All right, folks, we're live. Pro Tour action, Cognizant Classic at Palm Beach, something. New tournament announced. I'll probably mention it a couple times. New tournament announced in the Discord. Follow up to No Putts Given, which we will 100% be running back sooner than later. Had a literal historic amount of snow yesterday. Biggest snowstorm in recorded history for the area, which is pretty nuts. There was, I don't even know what the actual totals were. I think we were close to like 36 inches by like 1 o'clock yesterday or something along those lines. I never checked what the totals were, but apparently someone told me this morning that there's another storm that's supposed to be coming in like 2 days. I don't think it'll be like that, but it just doesn't stop this year. I mentioned it. We did the team drawing for HRG Club week 1 yesterday. I mentioned it during then, but if there's any indication, yesterday morning I had to walk around the yard to open up the back door to let my dog out to shovel it out. And as I was walking around, there was pretty much everywhere was at a minimum knee height. Most of it was hip height, and then there was drifts up towards my chest height in terms of the snow. That all didn't come yesterday, but we've had other storms where it's been 2 feet of snow. So there was already, it got up to probably 3 feet of snow on the ground, maybe a little bit more. And then we had 2 days that was like light rain. It melted it a little bit. So before this storm, it was like a bomb cyclone blizzard or something. Before this storm, there was already a good 2 feet of snow on the ground. And then you add another 36 everywhere, if not with more with drifts. It's pretty nuts. But right around, when was that? 10:30, about an hour ago so, the plow came around for, as far as I know, the first time since yesterday morning, because there was a travel ban. Even the plows were getting stuck. I think there's still a travel ban going on. But they just put another couple feet of snow at the edge of the driveway, which is fun. People always like the temperature checks. We are at 33.8 in the garage. What's up, Dankster? Dankster's on a heater. Played well last night. He's had a handful now. Second best putter in GSPro. Officially. We'll see how he fares with the new tournament coming up. But dude's been winning matches. Played well last night with Mr. Gilly. That guy's a character. Maybe it's all that Mr. GGG is familiar with all the brutal snow he's got. Maybe it's all that snow blowing and shoveling you've been doing, Danko. Helps you out with the swing. A little bit extra pop. New driver's been working. The ball speed looks good. Seemed like most drives last night that I saw were like mid 140s, and you weren't really like swinging out of your shoes to get it. It was pretty controlled down the middle. Pretty sweet. But we're just going to do round 1. I don't know why. I feel like the stuff switched in the chat. Unless I'm going crazy. I feel like the chat usually showed up at the bottom. And then it would scroll the other way. We got really lucky, though. I was absolutely shot yesterday after all that snow blowing and whatnot, but got really lucky that I have a couple buddies that have been texting me that have been without power since like the middle of last night. So I got really lucky in terms of not losing power. That just, it's one thing to like chip away at the snow, which I'm going to do when you have time, but it's like when you lose power, that just amplifies everything. So feel bad for them. Hopefully they get it back. I checked one of the areas that he was in, my buddy was in, and it was estimated as tomorrow at like 4 p.m. or something. But from what I've seen, they usually do the estimated restorations a little bit. They give themselves a little bit of wiggle room, so I would think it would come back before that, but all right, let's see how far this approach wedge wants to go today. $80. I don't know if we got anyone in here yet, but for the replay viewers, or maybe anyone else that pops in, we got the new poll up. For the next 6 days, you can vote to participate. Open to the public, everyone's welcome. We're doing HRGs for chips and giggles. So follow up to the No Putts Given tournament that people had a lot of fun with. Not our first tournament by any means. Been doing tournaments and events for about a year now. But it was fun to organize with Frank did an awesome job. A lot of the guys that helped out, crushing it. Strong Design for doing the courses. M-Town Barber Rich, all those guys. But we're going to follow it up and do a 100-yard and less, basically chip and putt tournament to where you can test your short game and basically be able to level the playing field to where whether you're, same thing with No Putts Given, whether you're 180 ball speed or 80 ball speed with driver off the tee, pretty much everyone can chip and putt. So should be fun. Still ironing out the exact details. Definitely know the general format that we want to do, but in terms of like specifics, probably just finalize it just so we don't say something and then happen to change something maybe in one of the later rounds or whatever. We just want to finalize everything, but should be fun. Had a lot of matches go on last night for week 1 of HRG Club, which has been in the works for a long time. I had the idea back in, I think it was like October, kind of figured out how I could do it. I put an announcement up in the members channel in November asking like, all right, we have interest for this. And then unfortunately other stuff popped up and got in the way and had to kind of put it on ice for a little bit. But we officially got it launched and should be a lot of fun. Gonna play league round tomorrow probably. You're saying you're gonna play my league? That's the new. I was debating doing that today. It's the new T-squared course, which looks awesome. What monitor am I using? Square Golf launch monitor. Isaiah. Square Golf launch monitor. $700. No subscription. This program that you're seeing is called GSPro. That costs $250 a year. But a lot of the other launch monitors are 5-10 times the cost, and they charge you a couple $100 a year to be able to pay a couple $100 a year for GSPro. What PC am I using? I'm using a laptop. I started outside with the Garmin R10, so it's a laptop. It's a RTX 4070 laptop. Just in about a month here, it'll be 2 years old from when I got it. But if you're looking to get into it, highly recommend getting a desktop. One, it's like half the price, and two, it's like twice as powerful. So best of both worlds. As long as you don't need to move it a ton and you have a little bit extra space, definitely desktop is the way to go. Oh, you're playing the same course, really? I have a long list of courses in like the notes on my phone. I keep track of all the ones we did and the ones that I want to do. But then sometimes like T-Squared does such an awesome job. T-Squared is such a good guy. Something like that pops up, and I know pretty much whatever course T-Squared does is going to be awesome. So I saw that pop up. That was like when I sorted it yesterday by, what's the SGT? It's like by latest updated or whatever. That was the third one there. So I was like, yep, we're doing that. Problem is, though, with those really nice courses that come out, which is sometimes why I try to wait on them a little bit, they'll probably be like, we're probably not the only ones, right? They'll probably be like next week, every single SGT tour will probably be there. There'll be a bunch of leagues. So sometimes it's almost like course fatigue, where if too many events are happening at the same exact course, you're like, all right, I already played this 3 times. Do I really want to play it again? Oh, still trying to hit those kind of like half 3/4 punch shots. They lend themselves, though. I'm trying to add a little more whip at the bottom just because I'm down about 2 clubs still. But lends itself, I'm pulling up, I guess, and I'm happen to skull these more often than I used to. That was just a toe skull. J-Lag's there too. Second flight. What's up? You have multiple accounts or what? Which desktop PC would I recommend? Appreciate the feedback. I'm building my sim next month. Really? Highly recommend, Isaiah. Highly recommend the Square. I think it depends where you want to go. There's some more units coming out. The new Square is coming out. They just got delayed, I guess, to now. It was initially like end of March, early April. Now it's like end of April, early May, from what I'm hearing. There's some more units coming out. So I don't know, maybe, depending on what you're looking for, if it's beneficial to wait. But as of right now, from the units that you can buy, I would say, depends on your budget, right? But I would say you got to either decide if you're going to kind of go all in, or maybe if you want to just get started and then possibly upgrade. In my opinion, pretty big difference. It's about 10 times the cost. But I would say if you're going to go budget, get a Square, and you don't have to go crazy on the other stuff. But if you want to kind of, what we've been saying is buy once, cry once. Do it to where like you're set up and you don't need to upgrade anything. You could go Pro T for $700 versus $7,000. But the Pro T's overhead, lefty and righty. A lot of good things about it for 10 times the cost, but both no subscriptions. PCs, it's about the graphics card. You want to future proof and buy the best, newest type of graphic card that you can buy, because the way that's been going, they just keep coming out with new graphics cards that are just substantially more powerful like every year. So whatever you pay for your computer is going to be mostly the graphics card cost. You and Jacob were both second flight, staying down through it. Yeah, I mean, I'm coming back from an injury, so I can't swing full, which is why I'm trying to go back to like the more compressed, lower kind of flighted shots and play everything like club up like 2 on everything. But yeah, staying down, I must be pulling up and I'm catching them thin. All right. Assuming that pitch and wedge, that's usually like a 125, 130, 135 club. That's going 105 in the air. So this is my 8 iron, usually 155, 160 club. This will probably be closer, if I'm down about 2, this will probably be closer to like 135, 130, 140 pitch and wedge type of distance, I would think. Not even, 122. Kind of baby that though. What's my favorite course? Oh man, it's tough to pick, honestly. There's GSPro has, what are we up to? 2,300 courses, 2,300 courses to pick from. So honestly, like everyone's has different preferences. One course suits someone's eye better. Someone that I think of off the top of my head would be all the T-squareds are awesome, but Swiss Alpine Valley has always been up there. Gilded Dunes, DPC Scottsdale, Georgia Golf Club, although it's brutal. There's some awesome shorter ones. Seadrum, I really enjoy Seadrum's par 3 fantasy courses. That was hit better. All right, so we're down right about 2 clubs. So that's usually like a pitch and wedge. That's an 8 iron today and for the foreseeable future. Good enough. A couple hybrids, and then we'll do it. We're just going, once again, 3 hybrid off the tee. Trying to just punch something out there. About 200 in the air would be great. That's all we're looking for. I don't want to set myself back trying to smash driver. Oh. Still trying to hit it hard, too quick on that. Better, but it didn't really draw. Anyone else in the Northeast that got absolutely pummeled by snow? Ooh. I don't know about that. Felt similar to the other one. I don't know about that side spin on that one. That didn't feel like a 14 spin access. Yeah, square is really accurate. And friendly golfer. I'm gonna have some stuff coming up here pretty soon. I'm still waiting on hearing back from a couple people, but I'm gonna have some testing coming up here too for sure. With my latest video was the showing off the Bushnell Circle B, basically the Foresight GC3. So I'm definitely gonna do some head-to-head testing. And friendly golfer posted a video, I think it was last night. He compared the square to the GC Quad. And moral of the story, square is really, really good for the price. It's like marginally off. And it was not only just marginally off, it was consistently marginally off, meaning it was like the HLAs were consistently like a little bit off, meaning it was just a lot like alignment, and like the backspin was all like consistently like just a few RPMs less. So it's not like they were all over the place. It's just how their both algorithms work. But moral of the story, as crazy as it sounds, at least from what he found, from what I've seen other people, from my experience, there wasn't a crazy amount of difference between the square for 700 and the GC quad for 15-20,000. As crazy as that sounds. But yeah, the square is really accurate. Just sim golf in general, I'll say this. Sim golf in general, I would say it's better. That's all we're looking for. Sim golf in general, I would say driver, 3-wood, hybrid, basically driver down through pitching wedge, all translate 100% to outside. Your launch monitor is going to be like it is what it is, but in terms of like your game being able to play better outside and like having it being worthwhile type of stuff, 100% I think it translates from driver down to like pitching wedge. I would say wedges about 75% just because of uneven lies, different stuff you're chipping off of outside versus a perfect lie here. And then I would say putting about 50% just because, I mean, putting can be very, very calculated, but in terms of feel and translating over to outside, that's what I always say. All the launch monitors will be slightly different, and it'll depend too, like, I'm not using the official square balls, and I'm not even using the TP5s. So whether that has something to do with it, maybe. There's going to be slight differences with people's setups. So whether I have some maybe user error in here, possible. So you just try to do your best to neutralize your setup to give your launch monitor the best possibility for it to read accurately. And then after there, like if the square compared to the GC quad was like 100 RPMs less every single time, honestly, you just adjust to it. It's not that big of a deal. All right, we got, well, did I click on auto putt? I was going to say, why am I on auto putt fixed? I honestly wouldn't mind auto putt, but white tees, Saturday pins, normal, 11, no wind. Here we go. Trickery, Tracy. Trickery. There's a couple ways you can do it. Some work better than others. Yeah, higher the lumens, the better. Also, the higher the lumens, the higher the price also. But I'm honestly using, I have a lot of lights on just so you guys can see me. If I was just playing to play, I would probably only have this pin spotlight on and the projector would look better. But believe it or not, which you probably can't believe, this is like $100 projector on Amazon. So definitely not anywhere near as nice as some of the guys. Like Garbage Garage Golf was in here before. He's got a 4K laser projector, but that significantly increases the price. Creative Golf is really good. No subscription. Never heard of it. Tracy. Is that like Awesome Golf type of thing or what? 80 and Sunny reporting in. No, we're good, crushing it. Well, the snow sucks, but didn't lose power, which is honestly the main thing. So it is what it is. We are at 34.2. D-Lud jokingly said last night, all the snow will act as insulation. So we may be able to, and it's actually sunny out today, may be able to creep the temp up in here a little bit between me talking and swinging and the projector, the lights, and then all the snow insulation. But here we go. First hole, par 4, Palm Beach Gardens CC. The Pro Tour and the Tips Tour usually follow along with the PGA Tour. So the PGA Tour will be out at this same course this week. Oh boy. Toey. Honestly, I hit that. That was struck pretty good. 133 ball speed. That was just the 42 spin axis is what did it there. This would probably usually be a 6 iron, so I think I'm going to hit a 4. We'll see if it gets there. Appreciate the follow, spare change. Hit that like button for me, if you don't mind. Healed it. That probably would have been a good number too. Definitely a little stiff from all that nonsense yesterday. 19 out of the fairway, downhill. So we're probably looking for like a 13 or 14. It's going to come out left, and the green's working that way. It should be fine. We'll even go a little bit more, and we'll pull the pin. I don't think I hit that. No, I didn't. It's going to kind of work, but that was 8.7, not even close to 13. Can you explain how to use spin access? I usually just use negative side spin. I feel know if I'm toey. Appreciate you, Murph. 14 people watching. Yeah, hit the like button. Spin access, all it is, it's just another way to represent crushing it. Spin access and side spin are basically the same exact thing. So that one, it was a 0.4 spin access with 16 RPMs. Basically, the higher the spin access, the more side spin one way or the other, whether it's positive or negative. So there's a lot of ways. That's just, the spin axis is just the ball. So there's a lot of ways to get the ball to go either left or right. That's just showing you how much left and right it was. But yeah, usually like Healy, across the bag, if you hit the ball, whether you're hitting an iron or a driver, low on the face is going to increase backspin and generally speaking cause it to fade a bit. If you hit it off the heel, same thing, increase backspin and definitely cause it to fade. If you hit it off the toe, generally it's going to cause it to draw or hook. And if you hit it high on the face and toey, it's going to be lower backspin and cause it to have those nose dives out of the air. So how you're doing it, whether it's your swing path, most likely it's your face. Generally speaking, I always mix it up. I think it's the face. The face sends it and the path bends it in terms of your face angle and your club path. 13.5. Let's try that. Pushed it. Pushed it. Bogey. I'd like to say we'll get it back. We'll probably get a birdie. We'll get one back, but it's just if we have more of those or not. Make a tour of my build. I know that's been one of those things. As soon as I built it, I was saying I always wanted to. It's one of those weird things where you want to do it, and that's been on like my plans for a while. As soon as I built it, but then you get into like, okay, I built it, I just want to play, and then after that, it's like, okay, now I built it, I just played a lot. There's a couple things that I want to do different, and I'm always like tinkering with stuff. I guess the majority of it doesn't really change that much, but it's one of those things where like you want the build to kind of be like, okay, I'm done changing stuff for a while before you put something out. How am I feeling? I've been better, been worse. What are you gonna do? We're golfing. Draw. All right, same club again. Man, a long par 4. Uh-oh. That one was low and towards the heel, so that one makes sense. It was more low than it was heely, but that one makes sense why it didn't draw. Back's definitely a little bit stiff. I can feel I can't quite move the way I was the other day. Second flight, I don't know if you're still in here. You were saying the other day you were in here about the snow. I said it at the beginning, but yesterday broke records. Everyone used to reference the Blizzard of 78, how crazy it was. That was the most historic snowfall ever for the area. And yesterday broke that record by a decent amount. $60 out of the rough. I think it's about the number, right? Uphill a little bit. Oh, sit. Snowpalooza. Yeah, I need in. I'm 20 feet away, so yeah. I mean, that number would have been if I hit it 60, it would have been good, but yeah, it was a legit blizzard. There was I don't know. I was saying it before. I didn't look at the totals, but somewhere in the neighborhood of 36 inches of fresh snow on top of 2 feet of snow that was already there. And 36 inches, you say, okay, I don't know if you get much snow, but 36 inches, not that bad. However, that's 36 inches on top of what was there. And there was like 50-mile-an-hour winds. So pretty much everywhere I walked was at least knee height. Most of it was like hip height. And then there were drifts up towards chest height. And then when you start moving it around and snow blowing and whatnot, I put a picture in the Discord of a pile of snow I had. That wasn't even at the end of the driveway. That was just like in the driveway. That was probably 6-7 feet tall. And now the driveway will probably be 15 feet tall worth of snow in that one area. I don't know if that's enough, but that's not enough speed either. Oh, it was. That's slippery. Another bogey, another push. Par 5. Joe Legowski shot 20 under. Jaunty was 16. Hit it decent, really spinny, no draw. Don't block me out by the tree. Okay. We got a window. I keep starting them pretty far right. Try to have them kind of sling back, but that started 6 degrees right and did not draw. I think we're going to go right through the uprights, right? And I've been pushing them a little. So we'll give ourselves a little bit of room to the right. Oh, I towed it. This may be a 3 hybrid hole. Maybe even 4. I don't know, 148. All right, 148 out of the rough. So this would probably be a smooth 8 iron, usually. So I'll probably go smooth 6. Beta stable enough to make the jump. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, like, They could, I mean, they could change the naming of it a little bit. Obviously, stable is what it is. It's more so. I haven't had any issues with like crashes or anything. I honestly have very few issues with either one in terms of like the stableness, or I guess the stableness of the stable. The beta, what I like is the aiming. So I use a keyboard, the arrows on the keyboard. The aiming is a lot more consistent to where it doesn't jump around. Same thing if you use a control box. Stable, if you use that, it jumps around a lot when you aim. So that's probably the real thing. The visuals, some stuff I'm not still a huge fan of. I think some stuff is a little bit too small, and they clean stuff up to see more of the game. But to me, it's a little more simplistic. And then probably finally is everything. I like they improve the physics. So I would say everything is more muted across the board. So like bounces are muted. If you hit the pin, it's muted. You just don't get as crazy of kicks and bounces, which is nice. Besides that, there's not going to be a ton difference. So it's kind of whatever you prefer, in my opinion. Simmer. All right, we got a birdie putt after all that. What do I think about E6 compared to GSPro? Have you used it at all? I used E6 a handful of times when I first got the Garmin R10 about, what was that, 4 years ago maybe? It came with like a free trial. There's not much comparison. The closest right now, there's other programs and projects in the works, but the closest thing you can compare GSPro right now to would be TGC 2019, which has also been there for a while. And I think GSPro is also a good amount better. You can run, though, E6, at least you used to be able to. You could run it on like a iPad or like a phone. What system am I using? The Square Golf Launch Monitor, which is $700 for the unit that actually reads the ball. And then the software that you're seeing on the screen is called GSPro, which is $250 a year. 25. Oh, it's way too hard. We are not. Oh, God. We are not dialed in. I hit that other, whatever we had before, like that 20-something footer. I hit it super short. Like, all right, I got to at least give this one a little bit more. And that was like a 50. That rolled out to 53 feet. Now we got 36 going back the other way. Come on. That's a huge par save right there. That should have been not exactly a makeable birdie, but that should have been like a tap-in par. Instead, that was a 36-footer for par. I'm going to say no par 3 is it. The next one's a par 3. What's up, Stice, man? I sent you and Jacob a message, but apologies for the semi or the final four semifinal of no putts given. I was going back and forth. The problem was I had so much going on with that one computer. I was in both rooms. I had yours originally muted, and then I popped in to tell you either to spin the wheel or something. And then I popped over to Danko's channel and did the same thing. I was muted the entire time on Danko's. I just happened to forget or didn't see that I wasn't muted on yours. So apologies. I know you could hear some of it. I think you figured it out, though. Friendboy sent me a message. Shout out to Friendboy. He sent me a message, I think, during it, but I didn't see it. I think you figured out and you guys were able to mute me. But I know that probably wasn't ideal. I definitely didn't mean to do that, so... Decent ball speed, a little bit toey. A little too much draw on that, though. But halfway decent for like a low punch. 131 out of the rough. So this would usually be a pitch and wedge. I think we're gonna hit a smooth 8. Did good, partner, no worries. I'm sorry. I just feel bad. Like, obviously you I would not probably be thrilled with that either. You're trying to concentrate and focus, and then you could hear like me yapping in the background to the other voice channel. But I would say besides that, I think that was the only major hiccup. Generally speaking, everything went pretty well. Oh, pulled up on it. I don't know if that's subconsciously like my body in my right side trying to like protect itself, possibly, to where like I'm not trying to do that, but it's just I've been sculling things a lot more since I came back the past few days. I wonder if that's part of it, or I just need to concentrate on hitting down more, maybe. Went really well considering all the stuff you had to work out in a short amount of time. Appreciate it, crushing it. Yeah, that was a lot. I mean, I've done stuff like that before, obviously, where I've broadcast other matches and whatnot, but having both of those at the same time, being able to hear both of them both be able to see it, and then also us on top of it, there was a lot of logistics that I had to think through and figure out with that. 13, it's going to come out right. It'll be honestly pretty straight, and the green goes that way anyways. So this will probably be a 50%er. So we're up to 14. The pin will probably play close to about 21. So I'm probably going to want to hit this 15, 16, 17 yards. Somewhere in there. 26, geez. Off the pin. You see that bounce, though, second flight, if you're still in here? That bounce, although, I mean, that was coming in pretty hot, so rightfully so. But even that, it wasn't like the flag stick actually reacts as if it was more like fiberglass, not metal. $21-footer. This thing's going to swing in there. Oh, learning for the first one? I mean, it was the first one that we kind of did like that, right? But like I was saying at the beginning, like we've been doing tournaments for about a year. Come on. No! That sucks. $156. All right. Usually smooth 8, so we're going to go smooth 6. Hopefully don't put this in the water. We are playing this pretty far out to the right here. Appreciate the follow, Kid Cub. The side by side was the only thing. It was just the extra add on with that, crushing it. We've done those stud casts before. Some of it was on. The heck was that? We still going? My computer, the bottom like taskbar thing just glitched out. We've done a fair amount of like the broadcast and the stud cast type of stuff. So I knew how to do that. I was just adding in the extra layer, which was confusing. Oh well. A little too much club. Didn't really draw. It was honestly a pretty good straight shot. I just kind of ended up where I aimed. But for how we're swinging it, we'll take it. better here than the water. Now I just got to actually hit a shot with a wedge here. 17 out of the rough, downhill. It's going to come out left. We'll pull the pin. We'll aim there. And the downslope's going to push it too. I'm thinking it's about, with the rough, 19, 20-yard pin, maybe 18. So it's like kind of a guessing game how much this is going to take off. I think I'm anywhere in the neighborhood of like 10 to 15 yards of carry here. Maybe like 13. I just don't know how much it's going to roll. I mean, if I can hit it, or if I want to hit it 13, I may still hit this like 20. So 14. All right, we'll take a par. SGGM. The heck you been doing over there, SGGM? Haven't seen you in a while. You doing your sweet new automatic Murphy bed, whatever you call it, lefty Murph simulator setup? You'll be happy to know, SGGM, we're going, doing too much is what it feels like. We're going back to the flannel Fleetwood here, trying to come back from injury. So we're going with the, at least trying to, 50 to 75% kind of sawed off punch, more controlled swing. It always comes back to flannel Fleetwood. One way or another, it always comes back. The lefty Merv is a pain in my Hosel rocket. Can you play with someone else in GSPro, like set up a match? Yeah, 100%. You can do, yeah, there's tons of capabilities, Isaiah. So I have a Discord if you want to pop in there. We organize, that was part of today. We're doing a big, we just finished a couple of days ago, we did a 42-person putting only tournament called No Putts Given. Now we're going to hopefully do close to that, hopefully more, but same thing with 100 yards and less now. But we do weekly 4-man scrambles with Thursday Thunder. There's all official tours. There's official scramble tours. You can play online. You can join the tours or not. There's add-ons. You can do a bunch of different stuff with GSPro. You can even play with SGGM, maybe, if you play your cards right. That's all we're looking for. 200 in the air. So many stormtroopers. 100 yards and less studs course. Don't be pimping me out. It's like when you first got Xbox Live as a kid. Yeah, it's awesome. What I tell people is, in my opinion, some people put a couple caveats on it, but what I say is, specifically playing online with people, simulator golf is the most fun you can have without leaving your house. Yeah, we're going to play this. Ooh, that's not super friendly over here either. I need like... Try that. If it doesn't draw, we're maybe okay. If it draws too much, we're maybe okay. Really, I just need to hit an actual manageable draw. Uh-oh. Toe chunk. That would be fine. That one kind of hurt. That was a little out of control. All right, 57. Up to about 58. I think we want about 53 in the air. We're going to go 60 degree. Oh, we're out of the rough, so I need a couple more. Maybe 55. 53. $17 up to $19. I mean, it's pretty straight. These first two dots are moving, but then the last two dots are moving too. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's probably a bit more. I think I'm just going to go right edge. I think it's a little more right to left at the start here. Try that. We got pummeled with snow yesterday. I guess the last 2 days, C-Drum. And apparently there's more coming. I got to confirm with Dankster. Oh, let's go. Caw-caw. This is a fun par 3. Yeah, Danko's wasn't even that bad. I should send you... I don't want to bother you too much, but I can send you once I'm done. I'll send you a couple pictures from here. There was a pile of snow that wasn't even at like the end of the driveway. There was a pile of snow just from me snow blowing that was probably 6-7 feet. Apologies, people that have been in here. It's like probably the 5th time, but essentially everywhere was at least knee height. Most of it was hip height, and then there was drifts up towards my chest. And I'm like 8 feet tall, so if it's up to my chest, that's a lot of snow. All right, let's play our little draw slinger in here. Bobby Slingblade Wade. Get back there. Man, that green has a lot of ridges. Need an official HRG flannel. I got to... I'll get back to you, Jay Glove. You send me your address, and then Frank sent it too. I'll have to see what size... are you like what size if you bought something and it didn't shrink at all, are you like usually a large? Because I think whatever I end up sending you, I'll probably order a size up just because they shrink. So if like you would usually wear a large, I'll order you an XL, and then the first time you wash it, it'll turn basically an XL into a large. No flannel partnerships though, unfortunately. You probably have it now that I think about it. J Glove's kind of here around here. I think you probably have some that far up north. This flannel was from Ocean State Job Lot. So I bought a bunch of these. This was like $10. They were factory second. So they would take like a garment of like one and then stitch it to the inside of another and then sell it. But these things are awesome. They have like a little bit of stretch to them. It's fleece lined, so it's super warm. And they were $10. It would cost me more to put a logo on it than it did to buy it. What is this thing doing? $35 feet. It comes back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4. We'll try that. Simmer, simmer. Let's go. That's 2 bombs. Coming for you, J Glove. Coming for you. Yeah, I love Job Lot. Job Lot's awesome. Ruffles have ridges. Normal size to large.
Thanks for the sub.
Thanks for the sub. Thinking maybe next week, try some 3-woods, and then work our way up to driver.
At Stice Golf tipped $1.99 through Super Chat. Hosel mate winter sad disease disorder.
Do I sound sad? Thanks, Dice Man. I appreciate the super chat, buddy. I am tired, I will say. The snow and everything that leads up to it and prep and dealing with it does take a lot out of you, especially everything else we're trying to organize and get going. Best wedge player in GSPro. I'm coming for that. I'm going to be doing a bunch of ladders. Oh, no. Where's the draw? Go. Hit the car path and go. Window. Negative. May need to go up to the right. This is exploring new territories over here. Can't really do that. Par 4. And I can't even do that. So it's either take our medicine with like a 75-yard shot out of the rough and still possibly clip the trees. Or 1 over. Or we go with the grip and rip and try to get lucky 90% air method and just blast it through these trees. However, there's a lot of trees there, so that's probably not going to work. And there are, in fact, colliders. So we're going to go with that, I think. Seasonal affective disorder. Stice needs some revenge. Operation 36. I did that once. I did like, what was it? 5, 6, 7 levels in one day. And I think I came back one day after that and I kind of stopped. It is awesome though. I mean, gets you dialed in. All right, we're going 56 degree. Take our medicine. And that sucks. 140. So this would either usually be a soft 9 or a hard pitching wedge. I think we go 8 iron. If I close my eyes, the trees disappear. I wish. They didn't disappear on that take my medicine shot, I'll tell you that. No draw. It was Healy. Struck halfway decent. Just no draw. Got a little stuck on that one, I think. All right, this one would be nice. 65-footer for par. It's like up on a hill. And it looks like possibly, it's definitely a double breaker, maybe even triple. But I think it's mostly going right to left. I think I probably got to be somewhere. It's a lot uphill. Maybe too much. Maybe split the difference. Oh, no! We almost had another one. So that was just, I mean, I pulled that 0.6. That was close to a straight putt. That was coming in a little hot, but dang. I mean, all things considered, having that punch-out shot, the bogey's not the worst, but that was almost, what was that, number 3 for long putts? Putter on fire. Should have seen the first couple. First couple I hit, what was, I needed like 25 and I hit it 53 or something like that. We found a little bit of feel though over the past couple holes. Better. Still a little thin. $176 up to 177. This would usually be a 7, so I think I'm gonna hit a 5. Maybe make a house call back there to Brenda in her mansion or clubhouse, whatever that is. Come on. Let's go. Can't go in if it doesn't get there. Never up, never in. All right, 14-footer. Not a ton. Not a ton of break. These first two, they're starting to come right to left, but then they stop. We'll try that. Caw-caw! Let's go. Putter's bailing me out. This could easily be like probably 5 shots worse. All right. 1 over through 9. 10th hole par 5. Pick out something about 200-ish out here for a line. Probably go a little bit further this way. Oh, I scolded it. Just give me a look. Not much of a look. All right. Not very adequate at these shots, but we're going to try to hit a... Oh, man, I'm in jail. Going to try to hit a pretty big fade with this hybrid and bite off a little bit more of this par 5, hopefully. I mean, it's like, it's got to be there. If it draws, I'm just in worse shape. Golf sure looks fun when you're good. Well, how's golf look when you're hitting everything like 50% and behind trees? All right. Keep this face open. Swing across it. Not really. Kind of not really. It was super toey, so it actually drew. It just started right. That was like a corkscrew. So that's what you get around here. That was my big fade swing. 125 out of the rough. Usually be a pitch and wedge. 8's going to be a little bit too much. I mean, go really soft 8, I guess. I don't know if 9 gets there. I need probably 131. We'll go 8. I think I need somewhere in there. 130, 131, 132, maybe even 133 in the air. On 35, but I towed it. It's deep too. Oh well. %50 are out of here. Add another 6. So we're up to 18, 19. I probably need 14 or 15. $18. All right, that works. Pretty much a game every day, bro. Hey, just keep playing. There's only one way to get good at golf. And I'm far from there myself, but there's only one way, and it's not by not playing. All relative. As long as you're having fun, just keep doing it. Because I can easily, I just saw it. Look at the leaderboard, and you have someone like Joe Legowski who's shooting 20 under at this. So, different levels. There is a 0.0 chance I will ever be as good as Joe Legowski. So, golf fun recipe. Not good, drink more. Decent, drink more. Good, drink more. Great, go have yourself. Comparison is the thief of joy. And according to J Glove, when in doubt, drink more. Where the heck are we going on this? It's like, why is... Oh, the aim marker, I guess, is to the water. It's kind of putting me... Wasn't hit terrible. Just I'm aiming too far right to protect against the hook. Because I would have ran out a decent amount more in the fairway. Plus now, this is going to take off a decent amount out of the rough. Goes to show, though, I guess I don't quite have the confidence. And I don't even know if this gets there out of the rough. 196 to the front. I mean, I only carried that 198. So I think I have to hit 3-wood. Either that or take my medicine, but what fun is that? All we need is like 205, 210. I think it carries the water. Can we do it? Nope. Oh. I mean, that was bad. I thinned that, but that wasn't that bad. That's a poor shot on top of a misread as well. Now what do we do? 180 over this tree? Go back to the go back to the hybrid? Whatever, we'll just go at it. Jacob says just close my eyes. Oh, 213. I hit that good. I could have done that the first time and it would have been fine. What are we doing? Leaves? As it lies. This is where the wheels come off. This dice, is this what you're talking about the seasonal disorder? 7.1 left, 10 degrees down, 107. Out of leaves. Anyone know what leaves plays as? I'm thinking pine straw because they're right next to each other. I think Bogeyman, someone was talking about this the other day, how they saw leaves. This is new. And they changed deep rough just to deep. So now you can infer what you're in. It's inferred that you're in the rough, but you could also just be in the deep-ish. Don't want to be short, right? Obviously. I'm going to hit a 9. Let's see what happens. Oh, is it deep? I think you're right, actually, crushing it. Thanks. I think you're right. Because I remember someone saying that. They thought it was deep as well. And I remember thinking to myself, that makes sense because if you actually are in the leaves like this, if you've ever taken full swings out of the leaves, most of the time you don't even know where the ball is and you catch like 90% leaf. So for that one, I would actually agree with. That makes sense if it's deep rough, which that means I probably need to hit an 8 then. We'll see. If I airmail this, crushing it, it's on you. Plays deep. All right, Stice is concurring. So that means we need closer to like 130, 135. We'll see here. I'll let you guys know what the speed shows up after. I caught something coming out of there. So it wasn't. Oh, 94.79. Did that change yet, or I have to pick? Generous drop. We'll definitely take this. Yeah, 90. So that was 94.79. So it plays like rough, or it plays like rough. Rough orb, pine straw, same thing. So I guess definitely wasn't deep. I mean, I caught the leaf of the tree, or I don't know what I caught, but it definitely took a ton off. But I guess if you guys find yourself in the leaves in the future, play it as rough. Because if that thing came out clean, I didn't catch that, that probably would have been 20 yards too much. 27. Hit this leg. 22. Hit that heat. Appreciate you, second flight. Way too much. What is this, for double? This is for 7? Yikes. Decent scorecard, all things considered, too. +1 with how we're hitting it. There are some trickier, definitely some trickier holes, as you would expect. PGA Tour's playing here, but some trickier holes in terms of like water and narrow and trees, but still. Starts to bend in there at the end. 17-footer. These greens also feel like they've been playing quicker than normal 11 all day. I don't know why, but that's just the way they felt. That could be me, though. Most likely me. Because that felt closer to 10. And that was still a bit long. 5.7 ball speed. No, I guess that's just me. So on 11 stimp, that goes 20. Yeah, 19.2. I guess that's right on. I'm just hitting it too hard then. All right, +5. I'll probably mention it maybe one more time at the end, but if anyone's interested, open to the public, everyone's welcome. For Chip's Sake tournament that we announced today, it's going to be 100 yards and less, basically chip and putt tournament for anyone that wants in. And we've also been we kicked off HRG Club for the first week here. If you become a member, you can join. Members only, random partner, 2-man scramble every week. What's up, Toast? Thought I'd still be shoveling. I need to go back out there. It's going to be, I was thinking about it, which I wanted to do this first and just hopefully have fun. It wasn't super fun after that hole, but have some fun first before, I probably have another few days before I get all the snow under control, to be honest with you. Especially if they keep plowing stuff, and there's supposed to be more snow coming, as crazy as that sounds. Can we get a Corsair rated greens, like real life vibes? That's actually kind of funny. I mean, you could play on like 8 stimp, be kind of similar. But yeah, Toast, I got to go back out there once I'm done with this, or sometime later on this afternoon. Banana ball, but it's in play. I think we're just going to hit it again. Just like we drew it up. Let's go. That is so lucky. We're actually pretty lucky to be some of those putts and shot like that. Pretty lucky to only be 5 over. And I'll probably, after that miraculous shot, I'll probably miss this. 7 down to 6. Downhill. Golf shot. No more injuries. I know. I've been chipping away at it, Toast. That's why I've been going slow. I don't know if you guys are similar with snow. I kind of have some OCD where like it comes down, you want to get everything cleaned off and like everything like neat and like make sure that everything is good. But that's been kind of bothering me too, because I've had to like take breaks and do it in sections, between breaks in between for one day, and now even like extending it to multiple days. But just can't be doing the shoveling. Is this too much break? I don't want to miss this putt. It did work out. Future double champ, Connor McGlover. Do we like this line? I don't want to miss this putt. I'm just going to tap it. It's either there or one click back to the left. I think we're going to go with that and just tap it. Come on. Woo! Caw-caw. Almost missed that too. I pushed it. That caught like the right corner, right back corner of the cup. I mean, look at the layout on this though. Like, I guess if you're carrying it, usually, I guess it's not that bad. Most people can probably carry that. If you're playing Pro Tour, you can usually carry a 250, so you just fly all that stuff. But like, that's pretty narrow up here with a lot to contend with. I'm going to have to probably start this over this water, and hopefully it covers. If this doesn't draw, we're going right in the water. And there's OB on the left too, so. Drip line. Your city fines you if you don't clean up. I want to be able to get out. I don't get fined, but I got like a notice because I've had to go easy with the shoveling. I got a notice in the mail saying that the mail lady needed more snow cleared by the mailbox, which I shipped away at, and now it's just completely buried in snow. There's probably 8 feet of snow by the mailbox right now. That's right in the water. Oh no, it's fine. All right. We didn't draw it, but we hit it just decent enough to get it into the clear. As it lies, 156 out of the rough. So this would usually be hard 8, soft 7. So I think we're going to go soft 5. Let's see what happens. Here comes C-Drum, obligatory shut up, Nightbot. No draw. And that's a little deep. Oh well. Try to scramble and save par. Another 50%er. So we're up to about 16, 17 yards. Probably need at least another 7 or 8 on top of it. So we're probably in the neighborhood of about 18 to 20 in the air. .22 is a little deep. That came out kind of flat. 15-footer. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Jay Gold. Like, I don't know what to do with it anymore. I think I didn't even look. Someone called me before and said, "Yeah, I think there's another storm coming." Like, what the hell? It just doesn't stop. For the past like month and a half, it's been almost every single week with like a pretty substantial amount of snow. All right. Drip speed, drip line, 15-footer. Too firm. Way too firm. Terrible putt. There's almost a degree push on top of it. You gotta do more putting tournaments, apparently. 5 over. Just a seesaw back and forth with this score. A few people have mentioned, though, that they like seeing me do these, the Pro Tour specifically, so try to please. Brenda? How's there not a collider on that bush? When I do it the first time. Probably have to hit this again. Yeah, let's just hit it again. Try to run another one up. Probably should be closer to a 4-iron, but oh, that's not it. Bunker bound. Good day for the beach, boys. Good day for the beach. What do we need out of here? Doing all this strenuous mental math, and then I go and hit it like 10 yards too far anyways. Probably need like 30. Oh! Lip out for double bogey. Oh boy. Little semi-island green action. 15th hole par 3. 176. I don't know. I'm going to hit a smooth 5. Rather be in the bunker, I guess, than the agua. But yeah, I hear you, D-Lud. Flying Fat Kid, he didn't say it that way, but he was basically saying he basically said the other day that he thinks that me swinging like this is probably good for me, which I would agree with long term. My plan is to be able to keep swinging like this and hopefully have a more quote-unquote effortless, less strenuous, more controlled swing, and then as I feel better, kind of build on it. I don't know if I'll hit, out of like trees and stuff, right? Or like to knock down spin, you use punch shots, but I'm not a super high spin player anyways. So most of the time I don't need to take spin off and kind of knock it down. But yeah, I think this will, at least swinging like this, you can build on it to where you say, okay, I'm just going to give this one a little bit more and still kind of swing the same way. Versus my kind of more swing for the fences, all or nothing. Hit it hard because it's fun type of strategy. Simmer. Not bad. Besides the fact, no. Well, strike from the record what I was about to say. That was a good shot, too. I was going to say it wasn't a bad result. That was a nice baby draw, smooth swing. I thought that was going to be a really good distance for a 5-iron. Granted, it only went 166 yards, but all right, we'll go to the drop zone. I don't know if that was the play or not. At this point, it doesn't really matter. I feel like it crossed up there, so I probably could have dropped up there, but whatever. Yeah, that's not a place to miss there, apparently crushing it. That was a good shot. I can't be mad at that. Something like that, where you're like, I basically executed the shot I wanted to. So like that's just unlucky. I'm fine with those. Like that happens. Lucky things happen, unlucky things happen. I think I get more frustrated with like those obviously 5-foot putts that I miss, or like those easy bunker wedge shots that I just fly like 10 yards too far. That makes me more angry than something like that does. Towed it. This might be back in the water. All right, it stayed. $15.5.4 left. All right, I gave it 8 just because everything falls off that way. Maybe I'll go even a touch more. Whiskey Rich figured out, I don't know if they changed it for beta, but we were doing it on stable, where one standard click on the keyboard, left and right, equates to 1 degree. So in theory, granted, the VLA, how it comes out, affects it. So the higher it launches, the straighter it'll also go. But in theory, if I click that 5 times to the right, it should neutralize it. But 15 uphill out of the rough, probably like a 13 or 14. 21. That's what I'm saying. Like those are what are frustrate me and are honestly inexcusable. That's just like unforced error, wanting 13 and then you hit it 21. I guess Joe Legowski will survive another week at the top. Pushed it a degree. Better speed, though. What is that? Triple? Not the easiest course. Lots of agua. Draw. $190 out of the rough. I think we just hit it again. That's wet. All right. This may be one of those where we just keep hitting the same shot until we do it. I think rehits the play. I think that other one would have been on the downslope, which would have been no bueno. Now that one doesn't draw. That's also going to be wet. All right, this is like Middle Earth. We're re-hitting until we do it. Start the Benny Hill music. How's the Great White North? What's up, Hoosier? You guys had a heck of a round last night. The Great White North is very, very white. Very filled with snow. That was a little bit of give that one a little bit extra. It's actually not a bad distance. That was still on the smoother side, but almost 140 ball speed, 213 carry. You know, fortunate part is we're hitting 7 into a par 5. .24 out of the rough. Pushed it. And it was too much. Drippy drip. Yeah, I was coming up long on everything, so I tried to hit that one a little bit easier, and that wasn't enough, of course. 9. I feel like it wasn't that long ago. I don't know who was saying it. A couple people, I think you guys were streaming, you're like, you know what? I've never really seen HRG have any big like blow up holes. There's been a good amount of them the past few days, especially this round. Let's take a look at the scorecard. Let's see how many pitchers we have on this thing. We are 15 over. 3 bogeys to start. Par, birdie, bogey. We had an 8. We had a 6 on a par 3. We had a 9 on a par 4. All right, this would usually be an 8. Smooth 8, so we're going to hit a hopefully smoothie 6. Nice pin location here. All right, too much club. Struck it halfway decent, but it's dry. .24. That looks like a pretty wild slope there. I think I got to throw this up on the hill over here. Probably like a 35. .30. Good round, got some long putts to drop, and really made the round. That's the funny part. We're 15 over. I also had some long putts drop too. Still 15 over. That's awesome though. I think K-Rob, I said it during the drawing, I think he's pretty definitively the number 1 player in there. However, the fun part is it, like, you obviously got paired with him this week, but it's going to be, he's going to probably play well most weeks, but it's going to be whoever gets paired with him. So everything will switch around. And Dango had a good round too with Mr. Gilly. This is a wild hole. You could probably play this up this one on the left, I would think. It's fine. Pretty straight ball, didn't draw, but hey, appreciate it, Jetly. Thanks for stopping in. Trying some different stuff to keep you guys interested and try to do some stuff, think outside the box, and kind of push the envelope on some stuff to where sometimes streams start looking... Oh, wrong button. I think that's an okay line. Hybrid again. I may hit this hybrid twice to get there. almost like you're on the course. I know. It took a lot of, I had this idea maybe a week or two before I got hurt, and I had to kind of put it, couldn't really obviously play, so wasn't able to show you guys, but probably been doing this for now 2 weeks maybe. I keep tweaking stuff, but I think it's at a decent spot where I'm relatively happy with it. All right. We're going to learn our lesson from the last one. So this would usually be smooth 8. We're going to hit a smooth 7 instead of a 6 like that last one. Not terrible. Still a little too much club, but felt like a good swing. 42 up to 45. I mean, it comes back, but this breaks a good amount at the start. Oh, I didn't hit it. Take 2. Good layup there. All right, we finished it with a par. Pretty ugly. Pretty ugly. But we're swinging. And for the time being, for that last hour and a half, 2 hours, however long we were live, at least I wasn't shoveling. 5 pars, 4 birdies, 5 bogeys, 1 double, 3 double plus. 230 longest drive, 225 average drive, ball speeds in the 130s with the hybrid. 144 feet of putting, though. We drained a couple at the beginning. 2 out of 14 fairways and 6 out of 18 greens in regulation. 28 putts, 2 sand saves. Doing some handicap padding with some of these rounds, swinging at 50%. All right, folks, that's going to do it for me. One and done. I think probably longevity-wise and trying to come back to 100%, probably beneficial to cut it after 18 instead of trying to push through and get 2 rounds in. So not super concerned with the world golf ranking points, just more so you guys seem to like when I play these more challenging things a little bit more. But check out the Discord. If you guys aren't in the Discord, hop in there. We've got a couple polls going, one for the HRG Club for week 2, and then just announced this morning our new tournament that we're going to do. Should be a lot of fun again. 4 chips and giggles, we're going to call it. But appreciate you guys tuning in, following along like always. Shout out to Stice Man. Appreciate the super chat from before. See you, Jet. Thanks for stopping in. We're going to try to heal up. The swing feels like that was okay. There was a couple of those swings where it was like, that hurt a little bit. For the most part, I would say 75%, 80% of those swings felt pretty good just because I'm swinging so easy. It's honestly the snow that we've been getting buried with is what is, I think, prolonging the recovery process just because there's no way around having to deal with that snow, which try to limit the shoveling, but no matter what, there's still places that you got to shovel, knock snow down to be able to even use the snowblower. And then this snowblower that I have is probably 20, 25 years old. It's like super heavy and unruly. I kind of just let it glide, but even that, kind of managing it around, just trying to go easy, be careful with stuff. But that's going to do it. We'll see I think we're on the safe side in terms of losing power, at least for this storm. We'll see about the next one, but I'll likely be out here sometime tomorrow. I got to get in contact with Bogey's Backyard, see when he wants to do our week 1 scramble for the HRG Club, but maybe we'll do that tomorrow. We got Thursday Thunder coming up. Likely, Big Dog mentioned he had like a soccer tournament, I think he said, or he was going to a golf tournament that was there. I forget what he said. I don't know if we're playing on Saturday or not, but we'll probably have stuff, probably be streaming for at least something most of these days coming up. But I am out of here. Appreciate you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. If you're in the Northeast, stay safe, stay warm. See you on the next one.